Hi there, this is your friend Anna, and the question that I've been getting the most from all of my friends is, what are we wearing? This age-old question isn't just about choosing an outfit, it's about choosing how we present ourselves to the world. I created the I Want Her Shoes podcast to dive deep into what it means to dress with intention, whether you're heading to a council meeting or just having a casual day out with your family. Join the conversation as we explore the power of personal style and the decisions that shape our public personas. Put on your favorite pair of shoes and step into my closet. Welcome to another episode of I Want Her Shoes podcast, where we explore the journeys of remarkable women shaping our world through style and leadership. I'm Anna, your host, and today I'm excited to take you on a journey into urban development and philanthropy with today's guest. Joining us today is Meg Daly, a seasoned leader whose extensive career spans 3 decades across sales, marketing, and impactful urban innovation. Meg is a powerhouse behind the Underline. I'm sure a lot of you walked it already, and it's really awesome. And the groundbreaking project transforming Miami's underutilized land into vibrant public spaces. If you guys are not aware, go check it out. And Meg is also the creative mind behind the Sneakers Ball, an event that mixes fashion, fun, and philanthropy. And I had a pleasure of attending last year, and it was such a blast. It was such a great event. Meg, welcome to the show. It's so great to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And I could hang out in your closet for a very long time. I'm not sure I would have enough dresses to go with these shoes, but I could try.
Well, I feel like it's just if you have such a good shoe, you don't even the outfit.
You don't need a dress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, Meg, I really want to get to know you a little bit about you first. Where did you grow up? Your family, kind of. What is your background?
Well, I'm close to being a native, almost a native of Miami. When I was less than 1, my parents moved 3 kids at the time from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Do you ever watch the Beverly Hillbillies? I mean,
yeah.
we were kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies, loaded up, but we didn't go to LA. We went to, or Hollywood, we went to Miami. And the stories go, because I don't remember the early days. We moved to a beautiful street in Coral Gables. My mom's from a very small town in Georgia, and my dad's from another small town in New York. And both of them had the same name, which is Albany. So he was from Albany, New York. She's from Albany, Georgia. And they staked their flag in Coral Gables, and they said, "We love it here. We want to be part of it." So they were very active civically. Saved the Biltmore from demolition.
Wow,
I was there.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, and I was just there a couple days ago. I do remember having to get petitions signed. My youngest brother, we were a family of 5, was significantly disabled, so they did a lot of work at the state for persons with disabilities. My mom made Bird Road, for anybody who knows Coral Gables, Bird Road has this, sort of cranky street where there's lots of traffic, but she saved the trees there, declaring them historic.
Wow, that's so cool.
So they did a lot of stuff here, and they really made Miami their own. It was kind of idyllic. Like, we would, early in the morning, and we'd have breakfast, and my mom would say, "Go play." And we were just like rugrats running around the neighborhood. And then she had this big bell, and she'd ring the bell, and it was time for us to come home. And we'd have lunch, and she goes, "You've been here too long. Go play again." And it was really,
that's awesome.
It was a really great way to grow up. And that was on a little street called Durango. We moved to the golf course with a view of the Biltmore that they ultimately saved. And I've been in Coral Gables, except for college, pretty much ever since.
Cool. So you came back from college. Where did you go to college?
I went to Vanderbilt in Nashville.
Nice.
And I can put on a Southern accent.
Yeah, I can see you being.
I can do that. You're going to like that.
But no, that's a really great background. Thank you for sharing it. It looks like you definitely have that, philanthropy and, urban development in your blood. So I'm not surprised that you are, the person that's behind the Underline and that whole project. And I know that your career has you've been in different various sectors. Could you share how your personal style has evolved with these changes, and were there any strategic decisions behind that at all?
I would say the most formative change in my life were two. One was having children.
Yep.
which was if you're like this free woman, you get married, you have kids, it does really change your priorities and changes your focus. The second was having my own business. And my husband really encouraged me to go have my own company. I had a marketing company. Both of them, forced you to be not just take care of yourself, but take care of others. So I had to take care of my children, take care of my family, but also then ultimately take care of my employees and make sure that they could thrive.
Yeah.
And then the third was having the idea, for the Underline. But I like to say that everything I'd done along the way brought me to today.
Yep.
And I was a marketing professional. I had a marketing firm. I did promotions for TV stations around the country, large scale direct marketing. So this was in the 90s. And, so grew it to a multi-million-dollar organization. And the only people working for me were women.
That's awesome. I love that.
Well, it's because it was the 90s. We believed the story we were told that we could do everything without really understanding what that would do to us personally.
Right.
Trying to have all those roles and trying to do them all well. So I understood women. I understood what it's like. You have a doctor's appointment. You have to go see the principal. So that was sort of a modern take. And at that point for me, it was just survival, because these were the women wanted to work for me, because that was the added value, is that I got them. And then ultimately, starting the Underline, it was just a crazy idea and started by accident. I did live a piece out of my parents, which I didn't mean to exclude. My father was the founder of the Performing Arts Center.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
It took him 23 years to build. He led it with the help of a number of great other people. But again, I think that advocacy and then believing you can do it, I think it shows that there's a change maker in all of us.
No, I think that's great. A change maker in all of us. That's a great quote, Meg. And let's talk a little bit about the Underline. And you talked about it was a crazy idea. What was that? If you could share that with us, and what impacts do you hope that it will have, and also some that it's already had? I'm sure there's so many.
Well, the Underline started when I had a bike accident 12 years ago, and I broke both of my arms.
Oh, wow.
And I did land in a perfect plank, okay, but that was not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to roll. And when I realized that I had two broken arms and that I couldn't drive, I couldn't even eat a blueberry by myself.
Wow.
Very humbling. I'm sure you're an A-type person. A lot of the women I know are A-type, and it's very hard to let go. But I had no choice, right? I
literally physically couldn't.
People had to take care of me, bathe me, take me to the bathroom. Ultimately, I was able to get to physical therapy by taking Metro Rail. This is 2 months later, and I took Metro Rail from my house in Coral Gables to the station in Coconut Grove, got off and walked below the Metro Rail, which is our elevated train.
Yep.
And in that moment, hot July day, I kind of sort of reappraised everything around me. I was like, why did I not know there was so much land here? Because I'm always in my car on US 1, so I was forced to be below kind of like this blighted space. I'm a huge park lover. I think the High Line is super cool. I was just there with my friends last week, and I'm like, we should turn this into a park. Boom! That was the big idea.
Yes, and here it is now.
So I had no idea what to do with this idea. So I did what every marketer does. I just start talking about it.
Yeah.
I have this crazy idea. Well, what I recognized is that nobody else thought it was crazy. They thought it was a really good idea. Why aren't we doing something with all of that land that has so much value below Metro Rail? But then it was then the journey begins. How do you get from zero to raising $150 million in construction money? How do you create and forge a partnership with Miami-Dade County, who owns the land? How do you bring in municipalities and people and everybody to believe together? How do you make this sort of collaborative sandbox that everybody can play in? And that's what I ended up doing.
And you figured it out, and it's
Figured it out.
Amazing.
Just sort of like you do, just make a mistake over here, you go that way. You go this way, you just sort of stay in a straight line.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of the hurdles, because I feel like we're talking about that now. I mean, and I'm sure it's Miami. You know, we know there's hurdles, and what have been some of the most rewarding moments as well?
Well, I mean, seeing it happen has been incredibly empowering, and I do think there's a power in manifesting something where you say, I have a vision, I'm going to put it out there, and I want everybody to travel on this journey with me. And that's really compelling.
Yeah.
Right? So we were looking for leaders, and I was wait, these people are following me. How did that happen? I think the visioning exercise was also very empowering. Like, what is it going to look like? And the community really informed that. So we ultimately have a 10-mile linear parking trail below Metro Rail from downtown to Dayland. And I think the other most rewarding thing is seeing people use it. Like just being, like sitting on a bench and watching joy.
Yeah, people just riding their bikes, dogs, and
they don't know me. They don't know that it's county. They don't know that it's Underline. They just see that they're now connected to the community. In terms of challenges, one of the greatest challenges I had was my father died about 4 years into the project. It was not expected, and it was like the first time in my life that I really dealt with my dad as a peer.
Yeah.
Instead of that parent-to-child relationship, and it was incredibly rewarding. And he's a genius, an attorney who's very invested in community. The other challenges are, I think, the complexity of Miami-Dade County. You have, and like when the Atlanta Beltline, one city, one county. New York City's High Line, one city, one county.
How many counties did you deal with here?
The Underline is one county, but over 30 municipalities, and within the county, 13 districts. So we go through 2 county districts, we connect to 4 municipalities, and our funding is federal, state, county, and municipal, and private. So that's complicated.
It is, yeah.
Because trying to get people to understand that their contribution to this place has countywide impact, right? And so it doesn't, because we're connected to transit, if you're near Metro Rail, you can be on the Underline. Doesn't matter if you live in Hialeah, Opelika, Brownsville, Overtown, or sort of like, or coming from the airport, or from, not Homestead, but down by Pinecrest. Yeah. So it gives us that accessibility that a lot of parks and a lot of these projects don't.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. So, you know. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Again, by accident.
Hey, it was a bad accident, but you used that to turn it into such an amazing, you know.
When you get lemons, make lemonade.
City-changing thing, you know. So, and let's talk a little bit about, you know, fashion. And if you look, you know, back in the years, how has your approach to fashion influenced the way you present yourself in professional settings? I know you've been in marketing and then you went into urban development. Mm-hmm. Are there any memorable outfits that you could think about in your career?
Well, I would say that my style is pragmatic because when you're working in a public space project, you're on the public space project. Right. And in Miami, it's very hot. So I've now adopted like tech fabric clothing, stuff that dries fast when you sweat, doesn't smell, you know, doesn't stain, and you still look presentable, right? Yep. My sneaker here, I've sort of adopted sneaker as my shoe of choice because it's comfortable. I probably won't fall down and hurt myself. I don't want that to happen again. I remember in Miami and Dayland, my sister and I would babysit, and we would save all of our money from babysitting to go to Dayland on the bus and go to the 579 shop because it's size 5, 7, and 9.
Oh wow, that's so.
Hey, so I think they had a size 3. I might have been a 3 at the time, and we would like blow everything in our purse on like low-rise bell-bottom jeans, and they were called Peanuts jeans with 3 snaps up the front and a midriff shirt. Right, so And then I went to Vanderbilt, and I went to Vanderbilt during sort of the disco years of Miami, and everybody there is wearing their khaki their khaki pants, and their sweaters, and very preppy. And I've still got like my disco outfit, and I was like, and my platforms, and I was like not gonna break down.
But that's okay. It was you, right?
But then winter came, and I only had Miami clothes. So then you cover up all that fun of disco. And then owning your own company, you really have to have. In the 90s, I think women had to be a little bit more like men.
Right.
So I think you lose your identity, your female exterior to that. Now it's sort of like I can wear a dress, I can wear jeans. I'm very casual, and I really love dressing like my daughter.
That's awesome.
Who's 37, and she keeps on challenging me. No, Mom, you can wear something cooler than that. So
I love that.
So she sort of styles me.
Cool. Well, that's awesome to have a daughter to style you. That
Alex, if you're watching, thank you.
And let's now talk about the sneaker ball. It's a unique blend of casual and formal elements. And how does this reflect your personal style, and what inspired this whole creative approach to the charity event with the sneakers?
Well, as a nonprofit, we are 501c3. Ultimately, we have to have people fall in love with the Underline, and also love our mission. So our philanthropy needs to be mission driven, and it needs to complement that. So since you came to Sneaker Ball, thank you, you saw that it's not your usual gala, right? Sort of a deconstructed event where the entertainment is roller skaters and samba dancers, and not necessarily Mark Anthony, right? So we really wanted to be more like the Underline, where it gives a pop-up experience. You can bring your own identity. Let me tell you, the women loved wearing sneakers.
You can walk in it's easy.
Loved it.
It's comfortable, yes.
Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. A former colleague, Amy Rosenberg, came up with the idea, but we shelved it because doing a gala is a lot of work. Amy has moved on. She's working at the Miami Beach Botanical Garden, doing a great job. So we're like, let's bring that back. Took it off the shelf, dusted it off, and we're all in. So our first year, we raised $500,000, and we had a fashion show. If you remember, it was from the school.
It was really beautiful.
District.
I really like the actual pieces that they showed.
So, right?
Really
and
cool.
The kids are so talented. They wear outfits that I could never fit into, right? So
very risque, cool. Yes,
but it's very fun.
Fashion. Yeah.
It was very fashion forward, and I think the event was fashion forward and stylish in its own right. So this year, it'll be a little bit different because we're going to be air conditioned, where we were not last year.
That was the only thing, because not even in the first place, but in the second place. That's where it was really hot.
I feel like City Center.
That's
September,
where it got
we really didn't, with the number of people we had, we were oversold. So learning from your lessons, like we try to do, it'll be January 24th, 2026 at the Land Rover, Coral Gables. So taking over the whole showroom.
Beautiful. And
there'll be a little bit industrial, like the pre-party is going to be in the service area, right? So it feels a little warehousey.
Cool.
Inside, we'll have more of the tables, but more banquet style, family style dining, performances, and upstairs, which is now offices, will become the club. And that's where we'll go dancing.
I can't wait to see all of this being transformed. That's really cool. That's an awesome idea.
It should be a lot of fun. Last year we netted around $500,000, which was double what we were hoping we would do.
Amazing.
A lot of times these parties don't make money.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's definitely times when that happens, right?
Yeah, so we're pushing for more this year. We hope to raise $750,000.
Cool. Well, you're going to raise $1 million.
You have to go to $1 million because you got to pay the bills for all the talent and food.
Yes.
And the drink.
You'll definitely get more, especially now that people know about it, and they had a great experience.
And we have more capacity. So our capacity last year was 250. We have room for 500 people.
Beautiful.
People. And dollars. We have room for 500.
Yeah, $1,000.
$1 million.
Exactly. Yes. And looking ahead, what are some new initiatives of Project Underline that you're most excited about, aside from the Sneakers Ball, if there's anything happening?
Well, we have all of phase 3, which is 7 miles long. Just to give a little bit of context, we've had a half a mile open in Brickell for 4 years. We just opened the second phase, which is 2.25 miles long, and that's been open for a year. We have 2 million visitors.
Wow, that's
annually.
So cool.
It's
awesome.
Kind of overwhelming, and we never close. We're open 24 hours a day. The remaining 7 miles, 7.5, are under construction now. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about everything that's coming in that area, but 2 things I'm probably most excited about. The first is microforests.
Oh yes, I love that kind of thing. That's so cool.
And we are the first in the Southeast to bring microforests to the urban core. Think of a basketball court, and you just plant the hell out of it, and then all the little plants fight to win for sunlight and rain, and they grow 10 times faster and 20 times more biodiverse.
Love that.
So yeah, like tree canopy, biodiversity, pollinators, all of that happening in 24 microforests. It's also a great way for our kids to learn about nature and our impact and our role in making sure the planet survives, right? The second thing I'm really excited about is the pickleball courts.
Yeah, that is so popular now.
And when we master planned 12 years ago, pickleball wasn't even a thing.
I mean, it wasn't a thing till after, like, during COVID it popped up, right?
So people came out to our public meetings like, pickleball. So we listened. We'll have 4 pickleball courts, 2 regulation basketball courts, 4 more pickleball courts. And then, just the whole programming piece. We have 200 programs now. We'll have 1,000.
Wow.
When we're fully built out.
Well, when you have so much, space,
120 acres, right? Got to keep it activated. Mm-hmm. And we're curating food experiences.
Cool.
On the Underline. Very authentic to Miami. So think, what is authentic to Little Bahamas, Coconut Grove, West Village? What's authentic to Little Havana, Little Haiti? What sort of feels chain restaurants,
more like neighborhoody, like
yeah. So
that.
So we're trying to incubate.
We need more of those for sure.
And then sort of and taking care of those small businesses and making it affordable to them. And then there's one more that is very ambitious. It's a partnership funded by the Lennar Foundation with Chapman Partnership, which is housing people who are currently homeless or in a homeless condition. So those coming out of that situation will be trained as paid apprentices on the Underline to be able to work with our native plants, which is a specialized way of landscaping and maintenance, and giving them a job.
That's awesome.
When they graduate through the program. So it's an upskilling program too.
Yeah, that's really exciting. No, congratulations on all these amazing initiatives.
And very different.
Yeah, it is very different. Yeah.
There's one more.
Yes, no, go ahead.
There's an art installation, which I'm
really
excited about. Now, when we started this project, people say, you have to put art on those columns. It's a canvas for art. And I'm like, of course it is. It makes so much sense. But that was like a hard no, because nothing is allowed on those columns.
Oh, wow,
because
really?
You have to be able to see the cracks and fissures in the columns, right? So it took us 6 years to get it approved, and we now have art coming on columns, 10 consecutive sets. So 20 columns. So that's 500 linear feet long. No, I'm sorry, 1,000 linear feet long.
Wow, that's so cool.
Huge, done by an artist named Alex Arrechera, who is internationally recognized, but an Afro-Cuban artist, and he is very, very talented. So that'll be coming between 27th and 24th by the Daily Bread.
Amazing. Well, thanks for sharing those. Yeah, that's definitely something not to miss. And lastly, Meg, I know that you've really involved in a lot of different things, and how do you balance everything, between the work that you're doing with the Underline, the family, everything else?
I am notorious for falling asleep at 9:30.
I go to bed at like 8:30 because my kids get up so early.
I mean, it's like a family joke. There she goes. I don't know how I stayed away for sneaker ball because I think we
that went till
11.
I was
like
oh my god, I'm gonna make it.
I literally
espresso martinis.
Get up. I have my café con leche in the morning. I go out the door. I do a big walk, and then go back, and then have an early bird dinner. And by 9 o'clock, I'm in bed.
Yeah.
it's very unsexy.
But it works, and
it
that
works.
makes you, you get to do everything.
And the other thing is I must say, one of my superpowers is I can multitask like nobody's business. I think most women can.
Yes, I can. Yeah, better, much better. Yes.
Yeah, it's like the phone, it's the this, it's the person. What about there? What do you need over here?
Yes, we have
I
it.
think because we do it.
Yeah.
Right, so
you have to, literally, because the kids do.
So that's, I think, what
forces you to literally.
That's what gets me through doing all the things that we have to accomplish on a daily basis.
Yeah. No, thanks for sharing that. That's really some great tips. Go to bed early.
Go to bed early and multitask. So you can multitask really hard.
Yep. So now let's talk about the shoes that you brought here. And what is the special story behind them?
Well, so again, inspired by my daughter.
Yes, and these are, for those of you listening, they're Converse.
Converse. This is
a classic pair of black Converse that are low rise. Like, they're low.
It's the low rise. It's the Chuck, whatever. And I have been wearing these, probably this pair, for 3 years. I have them in green, black, and pink, and white.
Pink ones.
Yes, so that's my shoe wardrobe. Since I fell and broke both of my arms, I'm concerned about being in very high heels because I don't trust myself to be able to stand upright. And again, like I said, we're in a public space and we're moving all day long. Yeah. But I love these. They look great with jeans. They look great with these green pants I have on. So
timeless.
And I was in New York last week. I wore them everywhere, and I think they're a little youthful.
Yes, 1,000%. Right. I feel like anybody can wear them. That's what makes Converse such a great brand, right? It could be your kids, or it could be any.
Throw them in the wash,
and you can wash them, right?
And I wash them as often as I possible.
You definitely can't wash any of these. Yeah.
So I do have some beautiful high-heeled black shoes, but I really only wear them when I get dressed up.
Well, that's okay too.
So that's my style. Like I said, very pragmatic.
I like that. That's you. That's you. Well, now let's do this fun little thing, this or that, quick fire round. So, and you already answered if it's heels or flats.
Oh, it's definitely flats.
Yeah. Briefcase or designer tote for a business meeting?
Oh, designer tote, but more likely a backpack.
Yes, I like your backpack that you brought.
Yellow.
Yes. Vintage or contemporary for a public appearance?
I would say contemporary.
Yeah.
It's the vintage it takes a lot of time to find that piece.
Yes, agreed.
Right? So one day I will have that time. Right now I don't.
Yeah, agreed. Let's see, leather jacket or a tailor blazer for a night out?
Oh, definitely a leather jacket.
Yes.
Yeah, short crop.
I like that. That's cute. I could see that actually with your outfit now. Power suit or casual chic for a board meeting?
Oh, definitely casual chic. Although I did in the 80s, I did have the power,
like the
shoulder
padded,
pads.
I did. They're back now.
I did. And
I can't do them that much.
Where is that jacket
that you had?
It's like so amazing in that picture. I'm like, well, I only had so much closet space, sweetie.
Yeah, you're not going to keep them all.
You might be able to go find it at Goodwill. Good luck.
Morning run or evening yoga to unwind?
Oh, it's definitely morning.
Digital memo or handwritten notes for reminders?
I do both. Yeah, we use a lot of technology because we have so many departments and we now have a staff of 25. And some people are in the field and some people, like we have today, are at a commission meeting and I'm here. And so we do a lot of information share technologically.
Yep.
But I have these good old-fashioned notepads. They were like the notebooks we used in high school, and I have a collection of them. So
love it. Yeah, I have a notebook too. I feel like it's nice to write something down.
Just gotta write it down, and I still read the paper. Yeah. But I also do the electronic version.
Yeah. Just to make sure, right?
That's I'm a paper in transition person.
Yeah, I have not seen a paper for so long. I guess
I could have brought mine.
I know. Yes. Online shopping or in-store experience for a wardrobe refresh?
It's online.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I feel like I don't have time to go shopping. Like it's an experience, like with friends. Otherwise, we're going online.
And I sort of have that body type that I can order a size 4, and most times it fits. And
if you know that your size, that's easy. Like it's not stressful.
Yeah, and it's just I want to support retail, and I know it's hard for retailers. And so, for example, but I was in New York and I was in meatpacking, so I went into 5 stores and I bought stuff.
There you go. You're supporting, so that's all good. And coffee catch-up or cocktail hour for networking?
Cocktails.
Yes.
Yeah, I do my run in the morning and I drink at night.
Me too. Same. And what's your favorite cocktail?
Oh, I'm a big white wine person, so it's not really a cocktail.
But yeah, a wine is a wine. Wine is nice.
That's
too.
my drink.
Yeah. Is it a Chardonnay or Pinot?
Sancerre, so it's a dry
Oh yes,
wine.
I love Sancerre.
With these
It's my
tariffs,
favorite,
they're
too.
going to get a lot more expensive.
Better stock up.
I'm going to go leave here and get a couple cases.
Yeah. Well, Meg, it's been so nice to hear about your journey, and thank you so much for joining us. And really, it's nice to learn more about Underline, and also I'm looking forward to next year's Sneakers Ball. And your work not only benefits the city, but also builds a sense of community, which is, I feel like, it's just such an important connection among the city of Miami and its residents. And thank you so much for making that.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.